Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Starry Tarot. I hope you're doing well today. If you are new here, thank you so much for your subscription. And if you are returning, welcome back. Good to see you. My name is Sophie. I am your friendly tarot reader. Just a FYI, I am not going to be on for a full 2 hours today. I do have somewhere to go in about an hour, so just putting that out there. This is not a full 2-hour live stream today. And today, I want to say I'm debuting this deck, but I'm not, because I used this deck when I was traveling back in January, I believe. Yeah, the Couture Tarot deck. I didn't go live too often, but this deck is beautiful. I got this during the holidays by Megan Skinner, and they're all collages of different designers, and like the art is all different designs, different shoes, different handbags. It's a really dynamic, beautiful deck. And I finally done my 78-day pull ritual that I do with all of my new decks. So we're low-key debuting the Couture Tarot deck today. Yeah, all of my donation information can be found at the top of the chat. I can answer any of your questions with the exception of medical and or legal questions. Those, I cannot touch that. Please go to a professional in either of those fields if you are in need of medical or legal guidance. But other than that, I can answer any of your questions. I have 3 basic menu options. I offer a mini reading, which consists of 5 cards and 1 question. That is a donation amount of $7.77. If you use Venmo, PayPal, or Cashapp. If you need to use SuperChat, then it is $9.99. If I also offer a full reading, which consists of 10 cards. And that can be 1 question, 1 full question, which I highly recommend, or it can be split into 2 5-card questions. And that is $14.14 unless you need to use Super Chat, in which it is $20.20. And then I also offer my in-depth expanded reading, which consists of 15 cards, and that can be 1 question as well, or split into 2, 1 10-card, 1 5-card, or split into 3 5-card mini readings, and that is $21.21 unless you need to use Super Chat, in which is $29.29. I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. I can communicate with those who are no longer on this earthly realm. I just got back from a cemetery this morning. And I normally don't feel spirits when I go to cemeteries. I don't know if it was just the fact that we just had a really lovely group of friends with us today and the energy was really high. It was a beautiful day, but I definitely felt some warm presences today in the cemetery. I do not do mediumships when I'm in a cemetery. Mediumships are very, very different. They're one-on-one communication. And not every spirit who has passed on has the ability to communicate. They will at one point, or they did at one point. Either they haven't developed that skill, or they've reincarnated if they are part of the 5% of folks that I can't get into contact with. But 95% of the time, I can get into contact with whomever you are interested in communicating with. I just need to know what their name is, their date of birth, their date of passing, and their relation to you. It's super helpful if you can provide a photograph, but it is not mandatory. I answer a lot of questions, matters of the heart, romance questions. I do answer a lot of those. And I have a couple of different options beyond my just general menu of readings if you do have a question that is amorously related. I also answer a lot of spiritually related questions, and I think the reading that best blends the two of those would be my soulmate confirmation reading. And that can be answered in one of two ways. The first way we can ask is we just directly ask your angels, messengers, and spirit guides if the person who you are curious about in your life is indeed a soulmate. If the answer is yes, your spirit guides will explain why. If the answer is no, they'll explain why not. Alternatively, we can also ask your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestral guides, if the person in question in your life is, if they give their divine blessing towards the person who you have in mind. And getting spirit's blessing is no small feat. It definitely is a big deal. They don't give it lightly, and it definitely confirms soulmate status for someone in your life. So I highly recommend that reading, if especially for someone who is currently in your life at this time. And it doesn't have to be romantically related. We have many different soulmates. I mean, depending on how old of a soul we are, we have many soulmates that come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are romantic, some are familial, some are platonic, some are animals. There are a whole variety of soulmates, and they come in many different forms and many different purposes in our lives. So I highly recommend that reading. That is $16.16, unless you need to use SuperChat, in which it is $23.23. I also offer past life regression readings. I've been studying past life regression therapy and practicing past life regression therapy since I essentially was able to read, like books, not just tarot, but read. I discovered that tarot was a modality for me to utilize my past life regression skills maybe 2 years into my professional practice. And it is absolutely fascinating. Past life regression readings are very fascinating and give you a very comprehensive, deep look into not just your soul itself, but your soul's tapestry in general, and the bigger picture. It definitely answers questions like irrational fears we may have, or proclivities towards things we may have, healthy or not. Yeah, you don't have to ask the question, which past life of yours is most relevant to your current journey in life. It can be asked with any intent, and there's many different intents. One of my favorites is asking spirit to illustrate the past life of yours that was your favorite past life, that was the most fortunate. And then conversely, fascinatingly, is asking what was your soul's least favorite past life, what was the most difficult, challenging past life of yours. That is often very good for a boost in gratitude in your current life situation. But yeah, I absolutely recommend past life readings at least one time for everybody. They are very illuminating. Those are $19.19, unless you need to use SuperChat, in which they are $27.27. And then I also I mentioned that I do answer a lot of questions regarding romance, matters of the heart, and for that I highly recommend my TFI spread, or my thoughts, feelings, and intentions spread, or as a lot of my clients call, my OG love reading. It doesn't have to be done for someone who you are romantically interested in, but it is very useful for that. But I have definitely done the TFI spread for platonic folks, for people's bosses, for neighbors, family members, you name it. But it essentially answers 3 questions in one. It can be done with a mini reading, a full reading, or an extended reading. And it consists of 5 columns, and it tells you what their current thoughts are towards you, their current feelings towards you are, and what their current intentions are towards you, in addition to their general current energies towards the connection, as well as your general current energies towards the connection at this time. So it really answers 5 questions in one. And that's at no additional donation amount. It's just a suggestion for a reading because, yeah, I get a lot of clients coming in asking how does so-and-so feel about me or think about me, and at the end of the day we can answer more than just one question in one. I also offer private readings. I offer 2 different types of private readings. I offer them by appointment only. Please message me over on either Instagram or email, and we schedule those. They are via Zoom. They are at your convenience on your time frame. They are private. You can give me. They're just one-on-one. It's everything you're seeing here: the table, the cards, me. You hear me. I hear you. You can give me all the backstory and context that is necessary. You can ask as many questions as you would like to ask. There's no limit to the number of questions you can answer, the number of cards we pull, given the time permitted. And if we need to extend your time, we can usually do that as well. And then alternatively, I also offer private readings at no additional donation amount. You just send your donation with your question. I can return your question usually within 2 to 3 hours, at the very latest in 24 hours. And I do that via voice memos, over DMs on Instagram, or typed over email. But make sure you send your question with your donation, otherwise I won't be able to answer your question for you. That has happened in the past. And those are for matters of convenience. If you have a question that you need me to ask and you don't see me online, if you have an immediate question that you need answering, I can get to you. I'm here for you. It also offers a certain level, of course, of discretion and privacy that a live stream can't provide. It is not one-on-one unless I happen to be on Instagram at the same time you are, in which case sometimes we can kind of manage that, but it's not scheduled as one-on-one, in case it just happens to be. But those are more for reasons, again, of convenience and discretion. So with that, the donation queue is currently open. Again, I am not going to be on for a full 2 hours tonight. I do need to skedaddle at around 5 o'clock, 5:15ish. So don't delay if you do have a question this evening, because I will be gone at a certain point. But yeah, I am here, and thank you all so much. Hi, Mahogany. Sorry, I didn't see your text on my phone, but I see it on the computer. Yes, I am absolutely taking donations. The donation list is open, so if you made a donation, you would be first. Thank you so much, love. All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Mahogany, for your donation, love. Thank you, thank you. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Does Reese hate you? Okay. What's your sign again, love? You're Leo, right? And what's Reese's sign? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does Reese hate Mahogany? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does Reese hate Mahogany? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does Reese hate Mahogany? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does Reese hate Mahogany? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does Reese hate Mahogany? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does Reese hate Mahogany? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does Reese hate Mahogany? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does Reese hate Mahogany? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does Reese hate Mahogany? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does Reese hate Mahogany? Okay. Leo, and they are Taurus. Okay. Three of Pentacles, Six of Cups reversed, the Emperor reversed, Four of Swords reversed, and Queen of Pentacles. This is definitely not hate. I mean, and hate is a really strong word. But it's definitely, the energy I'm getting from this is definitely not one of hatred, Mahogany. The energy that I'm getting from this is someone who still values you. This Queen of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, but they're hurt. They are hurt. But they do wish that something had either not happened. There's something about the past that they can't get over, Mahogany, with this Six of Cups reversed. They don't hate you, and they don't hate who you currently are now. I'm not saying, well, they felt a certain way about you in the past, and now it's turned to total hate. It's not as drastic as turning to hatred. It's more a longing for a time when things were good between the two of you. I'm going to guess that they're not good between the two of you right now with this Six of Cups reversed. With this Three of Pentacles is also telling me that he still has the intention of wanting to make things eventually work out in some way with you in the future. Certainly not right now, as he is not he's not like he's not in the present moment. That's another part of the Six of Cups reversed is indicative of someone is not in the present moment right now. They're stuck in the past. This Emperor reversed is also telling me that there's some, he still feels some kind of, not possession of you, but hasn't let go of you, at least completely emotionally. I would also, this spread is also telling me that you guys are probably not talking right now, with the Four of Swords reversed, and again the Six of Cups reversed is also indicative of a lack of communication at this current time. But to answer your question, no. The answer is no. I'm not. This is not the energy of someone who hates somebody. It's not angry. It doesn't feel hateful. It does feel a little resentful, a little bitter. There is definitely something that happened or something about the past regarding the two of you that I think he wishes things could go back to. Or laments a way in which things were, how you guys were or communicated. But yeah, I mean, I should say, but no, I don't feel like he hates you at all. And oftentimes, I mean, when we actually, and hate takes so much energy. It takes more energy, I feel, to hate someone than it does to love someone. Most of the time, when people really, really hate someone, it's usually like, I don't want to say a mental illness, but it's usually derived from anger, sometimes thwarted feelings, but I'm not getting hatred. That's not the energy I'm getting. Still values you, and I mean, saying, but what I'm saying is, I mean, sometimes people hate someone who really they love, but they've just felt like thwarted in some way, and that's not the energy that I'm seeing here either. It's like but he still does value you at the same time, but there is something going on where he's hurt, and is having a difficult time moving on, stuck in the past. So yeah, that is what I see for you, Miss Mahogany. Thank you so much, love, for your donation, and yeah, I wish you all the best. Hope I brought you some clarity there. You're welcome. You're very welcome. All right, so the donation queue is open again. So if you have a question, just go ahead and send in your donation. Again, I will not be on for a full 2 hours this evening, as I do have somewhere to go. So hop on that train, yo, if you got a question. Thank you very much. And we just received a donation from Shateria. Hey girl, hey. Hope you are doing well today. Were you interested in a 10-card reading, or did you have 2 questions, love? Shateria, it is your turn, love. Shateria, please come to the chat. Thank you. Shateria, are you there, love? There she is. First question, I accidentally messaged JB on Facebook. Did he see the message? What was his thoughts and reactions to it? Okay. How did you accidentally message him? Were you like thinking about sending it and then you pressed send, or? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did JB see the message Shateria sent him on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did JB see the message Shateria sent him on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did JB see the message Shateria sent him on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did JB see the message Shateria sent him on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did JB see the message Shateria sent him on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did JB see the message Shateria sent him on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did JB see the message Shateria sent him on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did JB see the message Shateria sent him on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did JB see the message Shateria sent him on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did JB see the message Shateria sent him on Facebook? We have the Lovers reversed, the High Priestess reversed, Strength, Four of Swords reversed, and Nine of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so this is weird. I don't know how Facebook works. I haven't been on there in years. I got logged out of my account like 15 years ago. I was actually talking about that earlier today. It's kind of weird. But this is what I'm seeing. This is odd. So he saw that you sent him a message, but he has not read it. He has not read it. The High Priestess reversed, the Four of Swords reversed. He's taking a step back. Does he want to read it? Yes. With this Strength card right in the center, he intends on reading it. But just seeing that you sent him a message brought it brought back a lot of emotions that were already starting to stir after seeing you. It stirred them up even more with this Lover's reversed card, and part of him is excited. A big part of him is scared. It's wavering back and forth between excitement and fear. Between attraction and this fear that he has. I deleted the message, but Facebook still let him know. So, okay, so would it not be possible, so would it be impossible for him to have read the message? Is that what it might have been then? So Facebook told him that you sent him a message, but you deleted it, so there would be no way for him to read the content? Is that what you're saying? Because what I'm seeing is he saw that you sent him a message, and he got all higgledy-piggledy-pew and was like, whoa, like, he got excited, he got nervous, and he's like, okay, I need to wait for a moment. This Four of Swords reverse, I need to literally wait for a moment, like, where I feel grounded enough to open this message and read it. It's been a long time since he's had feelings like this. And the fact that you're also a person from his past as well. This Nine of Pentacles reverse. Even if you delete it, Facebook will still let them know. Okay, so that's likely what the issue is he knew that he knows that you sent him a message, but because you deleted it, he can't read it. So then that would change things. I still am sensing that he's very excited, but also scared. But yeah, he knows you sent him a message, but in terms of knowledge of whatever the content was, he has no idea what you wrote with the High Priestess reversed. He doesn't know. So yeah, that would make a little more sense if that's how Facebook works. If you delete it, then the contents can't be read, but the intent of a message was, I guess, shown. So yeah, he is aware that you sent him a message. He saw that. You asked what his thoughts and reactions were to the message. My second question is, will he send me a message through Facebook? Yeah, I can ask that, but quick question though. So was he not? So it wasn't possible for him to have read the message even if he wanted to. It was basically like blank for him. It just said, Shateria sent you a message, and then there was no information there, no message there. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB message Shateria on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB message Shateria on Facebook? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will JB send a message to Shateria on Facebook. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will JB send a message to Shateria on Facebook? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will JB send a message to Shateria on Facebook? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will JB send a message to Shateria on Facebook? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will JB send a message to Shateria on Facebook? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will JB send a message to Shateria on Facebook? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will JB send a message to Shateria on Facebook? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Will JB send a message to Shateria on Facebook? The Chariot, King of Pentacles, the Devil reversed, the Empress, and the Sun reversed. Yeah, I do think he is going to send you a message. I do see communication. I do see him communicating with you. Starting with the Chariot, that's forward momentum. He saw you, while he wasn't able to read the message, he saw that you sent him one, and likely knows that, you know, even if it was an accident, you clearly wanted to say something. You had something to say to him. I mean, I guess it's possible that you could have gotten the wrong name, but I think he knows that you do want to open up a channel of communication with one another. And this King of Pentacles is telling me that, yeah, he does have intentions of sending you a message here, taking that male, that more dominant masculine energy, and because this is kind of initiating. It's not really kind of initiating communication. I mean, you kind of initiated it a little bit, but it was a deleted message. But so nothing's been said between the two of you. So yeah, he did. I do see him wanting to initiate communication between the two of you. I do need some clarity though with this Devil reversed and the Sun reversed. Starting with the Devil reversed here. Yeah, I think I vaguely remember reading for you in the not so recent past. Reading for you and reading for JB, and I think I mentioned that I think he's been single for a while. He's a single. I believe he's a single Pringle right now. And I think he's like gotten used to being single. Which is not to say he wouldn't welcome a friendship with you or even something more with you. That possibility, both those possibilities are there. The Devil reversed is a sign that, yeah, someone is fundamentally disconnected. He's single right now, but he doesn't feel badly or alone. He likes his own company. So this is good. This is actually really good, girl. When someone is single and they're not really like looking per se, they like their own company, but we all love the company of other people, the right people, you being that. I'm seeing that he does. You would be someone who we would want to share that with and open up to. The Empress, communication, flowing communication, conversation, catching up. The Empress also, though, is slow-moving energy. I think he wants to really get to know what's gone on in your life since Yes, I love that too, because that's how I am. I don't mind doing things alone. Yeah, yeah, and you don't mind being single either. And it's like if the right guy comes along, that's super. I feel the same. Like if the right guy, because I'm not gonna settle. You're not the type who's gonna settle. He's not the type who's gonna settle. If the right person comes along, like yeah, of course, we all love. We're human beings, and we're designed to want to share this wonderful world with another person, but at the same time with the right person. And I enjoy doing things on my own and exploring the world on my own. I'm happy with myself. Whereas when I was younger, I would often date because I just didn't like my own company, and that's a really shitty foundation to start any relationship on. So that's why I'm really liking this. Is you guys seem to be in really similar places there, um, where it's like yeah, like if you guys have have evolved and changed in a way that complements the two of you, there's a lot of potential here because you guys have a past. You guys do already have a foundation. It obviously needs to be further strengthened. That's part of him wanting, to get to know, how what's gone on in your life since you two were last connected. Um, the only card that's bothering me is the sun reversed. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So actually, this card it doesn't in this reading the sun reverse doesn't concern me. At first, I was thinking, is he going to be, because the sun is indicative of truth. And when we're talking about communication, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, he's gonna reach out to you, but I hope he doesn't say a bunch of BS. Um, but he doesn't strike me as that type of person. Um, and that's not the energy I'm getting from this card. The energy that I'm getting from this card, though, is kind of a lightweight version of what I was fearing. I was fearing that he was gonna like legit make things up about his life to make him seem cooler to you. Um, that's not the case, but there are some things that he will likely, and I think a lot of us do this. He will likely embellish like his feel like here's an example. He'll be like, maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy is he with his living situation right now? Well, to his closest friends, they might know he's at like a 4 or a 5, but he'll likely tell you, "Oh, I love where I live. Yeah, no, it's great. It's awesome." Like I feel like he's gonna try and just make it seem like everything's hunky dory. Um, yeah, and we're all human. Exactly, exactly. And the reason why a lot of us, including myself, do that is because we don't want to scare people away with pessimism. Like, oh, well, yeah, I'm living here and I don't really want to be there and this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? So, um, that's what so it's really lightweight embellishing. It's really, I wouldn't even call it so much embellishing as just like, I'm in a good place. Which he is in a good place. He just might make it seem a little better than it is, but that's totally fine. That's a great. I mean, fake it so you make it. Optimism's great. You plan to do the same. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. I hear you. I do the same myself because yeah, it's not lying. It's not being, you know, it's not being untruthful or anything like that. Um, you know, it's simply these are the changes that have occurred in my life, and they're positive, and what changes have occurred in yours. I hope they're good for you too. And I like the energy here. I like it, Shateria. I feel a lot of, and I don't want to get you too excited or anything, or ramp things up, get, ahead of yourself, because we got to stay grounded. This is still just the beginning here. But so far so good. So far, I'm seeing green flags. I'm not seeing any yellow flags. Even looks good. So I like this. I like this. You're very welcome. Thank you, Shatiria. Let me feel free to come back and let me know when he messages you and what he says, because I would be really, really surprised if he didn't message you. But do bear in mind, again, the Empress slow-moving energy. There may be a delay in him messaging you. It may take a little. I would say no longer. At the longest, a week from now. But that is part of that slow-moving energy. Because he wants to say the right thing. He doesn't want to. He wants to make sure. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he'll probably write you something and then like put it through ChatGPT. Like, did I say the right thing? I don't sound too eager, right? Like he wants to make sure he hits all the right points and gives you the best. I don't want to say first impression, because you guys have already met each other, but second impression next time around. But anyway, thank you, love. That's fine. I'm not in the right. Yeah, exactly, and yeah, exactly. You guys, I feel, are mirroring each other a lot. You guys are the two of yours energies are very closely aligned, and yeah, it's like neither of you are in a rush. You both have a history together, and I don't know. It feels good. It feels promising. Feels promising. Feels like very good energy. Well, thank you again, love. Much love and light to you. Okay. All right. So the donation queue is going to be open for just a few more minutes. And then I've got to hit the open road. Going mini golfing tonight. Well, I'm actually gonna go ahead and call it a wonderful, wonderful night. Because I need to go get ready. But I shall be on again tomorrow evening. So of course, click that notification bell. That way you will know every time I go live. Much love and light to you, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.